If you're working on component 2 and thinking, I don't actually understand what this component wants from me, you are not alone. Component 2 often feels confusing because candidates know they're supposed to analyze instruction, but aren't sure what kinds of thinking scorers are looking for. In this video, I'm going to explain what component 2 is actually asking you to do in plain language. Component 2 sits in an uncomfortable space between planning and evidence. It's not just describing a lesson, and it's not proving learning the way Component 3 does. Many candidates struggle because they try to write Component 2 like a lesson summary or like evidence analysis, neither of which fully meets the scoring expectations. Component 2 is not asking you to describe everything that happened, prove that learning already occurred, or justify your teaching in general terms. When writing focuses too heavily on description or outcomes, scorers cannot see the type of thinking Component 2 is designed to assess. At its core, Component 2 asks you to explain your instructional reasoning. Scorers want to understand why you made specific instructional decisions, how those decisions were connected to student needs, and what you anticipated students would learn as a result. Component 2 is about making your professional judgment visible. When scorers read Component 2, they are not asking, was this a good lesson? They are asking, does this candidate clearly explain the reasoning behind their instructional choices? If the reasoning is clear, the writing meets the purpose of the component, even before evidence of outcomes appear. Many candidates get stuck when they describe instruction without explaining why. They focus on what students did instead of why instruction was designed that way. And they assume strong teaching speaks for itself. In Component 2, scorers can only evaluate what is explicitly explained. A helpful way to think about Component 2 is this. Component 2 explains your thinking before learning happens. If your writing answers the question, why did I make this decision for these students? Then you're moving in the right direction. In Component 2, scorers are evaluating how clearly you explain your instructional reasoning. When your decisions, purposes, and anticipated learning are explicit, scorers do not have to infer your thinking. That clarity allows scorers to evaluate your professional judgment with confidence. Strong scores come from making your reasoning visible, not from proving results. If you're struggling to clearly explain your instructional reasoning, the claim and evidence templates I've linked below can help you structure your thinking. They're designed to help scorers easily follow your reasoning without guessing. Component 2 isn't asking you to prove results. It's asking you to explain your decisions. Take your time. Precision matters.